Hello and welcome back. This is Bravo 22, take 2. This is our YouTube channel, all made possible by the Royal British Legion and the Drive Project. I'm Matt Wightman and I've been a member of Bravo 22 company for coming on 5 years now, and I've never looked back. I've loved every single minute. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday with the wonderful Ray Winstone. Hi Ray.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm all right. I've had a good night's sleep. How about yourself?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry about yesterday. When I was away, the kids moved all the boosters around, obviously, so it could help them more, it could help me. I come back. I'm surprised I've got any furniture left and the doors are locked. So, yeah. So I apologise for that. I apologise to everyone for that. But we're here now and we can crack on.
I think it's where we got to yesterday. We were talking about some of your favourite films and favourite roles that you've done in the past.
Yeah.
Where do we pick up with? I think you said about a location was New Zealand.
Yeah, and Australia.
And Australia, but you've got a strong connection also with Sicily, haven't you?
Yeah, I have now. I go to Sicily a lot. When I was a kid, I grew up with Sicilian boys. You know, there was always, you know, the East End's a melting pot. So, you know, there was plenty of cultures about at the time. And where I live now in Essex, there's a lot of Sicilian kids. Some of the kids I knew when I was younger who live around here. You know, so the natural progression for me was to go to Sicily, and I know all the mums and the nans there and all that, and I just kind of fell in love with the place. You know. And it's hot, it's warm, you know. You get off a plane coming back, although I love blighting to death, but you get off the plane when you're getting in your 60s and you feel it in your bones, and it starts to get to you, you know. So, you know, it was a natural progression for me. You know, I'd love to make a film there. I've actually done a documentary there, but be a nice place to go and make a movie, you know.
I've seen bits and pieces of the documentary. Yeah. It's really good. It's good to see you, like as yourself, being a host or something like that. Is that the first time you've done anything like that, or is it?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you can't hide behind a character when you're being yourself. I think that's probably the most difficult thing about doing a documentary, is you're open and you're bare, and you know, and if people don't like you, it's you they don't like. You know, if you're playing a character and I don't like the character, that's all right. You can get away with it. So, you know, it kind of dawned on me while I was doing the documentary. I thought, why am I doing this? You're kind of leaving yourself open. But, you know, it was all right. At the end of the day, I think you've got to be a little bit brave out there. And, you know, you are who you are. People either like you, they don't, you know, at the end of the day.
But we had a question, actually, yesterday from Shirley. And it was based on your accent. I mean, when you speak, it is definitely you. What's the worst assumption people have ever made because of your accent and where you're from?
God, I think, especially when I've had a crew cut, when my hair's as short as yours, you walk along the streets sometimes, and you know, you see people. Years ago, anyway, people used to cross the road, you know, and really, you know, they've got this presumption that you're kind of some sort of thug, I guess, you know, is the word, but that's probably the one. And I guess going back to what we was talking about confidence is, I kind of, with my accent, I didn't kind of feel that I was accepted within my industry, you know. And I don't know why, you know, maybe there were certain people in the business probably, or maybe it was in my head, I thought that people didn't think I had a part to play in the arts, you know. And I think that was quite wrong in a way, but I guess the education I got through theatre and film and all that was, over the years, the accolades you might get and some of the write-ups you might get actually give you that confidence. And it's going back to Bravo in a way, because, you know, that was the whole concept. I think I'm right in saying that from Alice, was to give people that confidence. And, you know, once you've been a squaddy, once you've been in the infantry or you've been in the RAF, to come out and go in the arts, it's not that kind of thing you want to do. But it's not about actually performing on a stage. It's about being capable and confident enough to actually walk into a room.
Absolutely,
be
yeah.
comfortable about yourself and about where you are. And I think in a way that's what it done for me, you know, in different circumstances, because I was kind of, I guess, a little bit of an inverted snob about where I was from, you know. I think the more you go, I'm from the East End, you know, so what? So what, where you're from, you know, at the end of the
They like it that up here in Yorkshire. Oof, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about Bravo and the confidence thing. When I went through my problems, my confidence was completely shot through, and it was Bravo 22 company that really sort of gave me it back. That's sort of why I'm sat here today, because without it, well, I was knackered basically, for want of a better word. But I remember when we toured Unspoken, the last time I met you was at Sadler's Wells, because you came down to see us there, which was awesome. It was great to see you, you know. And the fact that you were there, people would think, didn't that make you more nervous? I'm thinking, no, that's given me a real boost, that has, because it's like, Ray Winstone sat in the audience. He's brilliant, you know. So what a way to finish off our tour.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And I know that everybody in that cast was sort of made up, you know, the fact that you were there. So no, cheers for that.
Oh, well, pleasure. It was my pleasure, believe me. Going back to the first one we done, you know, you're not knowing what to get. And I went to a few of the rehearsals. We had some talks and that with the guys, and just seeing the performance at the Haymarket, I think it was.
Yeah, that was the Two Worlds of Charlie F, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was seeing the guys and girls that started it kind of all off in a way, to perform in front of a live audience of theatre goers as well, you know, and come out, and now they've grown in the space of months, you know. And it's funny enough, I was in Sicily, and there's not much you can watch on telly in Sicily, but it's in English, you know. And Midsummer Murders was on. They called it El Expecto Barnaby out there, right? And I'm watching it, and I went, I know that geezer.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them in it, funny enough, but this one is Cassidy.
Yeah.
It was Cash, you know, and I went, my God, and this is one of the guys who's in Bravo, and he's in a show on the telly, you know, and I know he's done his radio stuff and all that, but there's a few of them that have got on, but there's a few of them, more importantly, you know, forget going on the telly and being in films, that have gone in life. You know, we've got artists, we've got everything kind of going on, and you know, inside you get a little tingle. To me, that's kind of better than watching. I don't know. May I say West Ham scoring the winning goal in the FA Cup final? Because it kind of gives you. It gave me a little buzz and a lift, you know. Thinking that something, you know, something that I was involved in with many others, you know, has produced something really good, you know, and effective.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the guys from the Unspoken was Tip Cullen, and he played the man in the corner, you know.
Yeah.
Now Tip's going on sort of leaps and bounds. He's a professional actor now and all that, you know, and he's got a thing called Sunray coming out at some point, which is all ex-Marines, bootnecks doing their thing. So that's worth keeping an eye out for.
I will do, yeah.
And I'm hoping to sort of, I don't know, I'm doing little bits of extra work here and there. There's an independent film next year I've sort of got a part in.
Yeah.
But it's all these things are off the back of Bravo, things that I would never sort of dreamt of doing. So,
and are you enjoying it, Matt?
I'm loving it. You know, I did a bit with Reparation Island, which was the Bravo production the other year.
Yeah.
That was done in Birmingham at the Hippodrome there, and it was amazing. But I just like to see the workings of it, whether it's backstage, front stage, you know, and the extra stuff. It's like seeing what happens on a film set or a TV set. I just find it fascinating, and it's stimulating for the brain. You know, it's a good thing. So I suppose that brings us on, because there's quite a few of the guys and girls in Bravo that have got the bug, and they want to sort of do a bit more. So I don't know, what advice have you got for Bravo members on how to progress if they want to do this?
If they want to go on,
if they want to go on, you know.
It's a funny old world, and it's a little bit of a different world from when I started. You know, in many ways it was harder when I started, but in many ways there's more doing it today, and it's kind of open field. It's the more you can work, the more you can learn, and the more you'll be seen. And it's getting the right people there, I guess, at the end of the day, to see what you can do. The great thing about film and TV today is kids can make a film on one of these.
Yeah.
You know, they can get their mates together. I would say to you, get some of your pals together and make your own films. Write your own films.
Yeah.
You know, and film. Get someone who wants to go into photography, the cinematic photography. Get someone who's a script writer, you know, and pry your wares together and make your own stuff, and then take them, because today you can post that and people can see what you can do. You know, that's the way to get into film and TV today. I think it's a great thing. Theatre is another thing. The only way to get into theatre is to keep doing it, going in, doing it, slogging your guts out, travelling the country doing it, and with the hope that someone says, "Bum, I like this kid," you know.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. How do you feel now, Matt? How do you feel it's helped you?
Do you know what? In all the ways it says in the blurb, you know, the stuff we all get at the beginning is the mission statement is to give people self-confidence and you know the new skills that they can hopefully take further on. Well, it's done all that for me and more. You know, it's given me a whole new sort of group of friends as well. It's Bravo. It's they say. Well, I've always said it's Bravo 22 Company, which is a company of friends, but it's also something of a family, I think, because even now in this weird situation we're all in, we can get together online and have these Zoom meetings. You know, when it works. You know, and all that. And it's given us focus. It's given things to look forward to. But I think more than anything, it's just it can take people out of that dark place and throw them into a whole new world and learn talents and have experiences that they might not ever have had. You know, so it's
that's great to hear. That is really great to hear.
And I know you've been part of it for a long time, and I don't think a lot of it would have been possible without your help. So you know, it's awesome.
Well,
with us,
I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but it's been a pleasure for me to be there. But you know, when you look at people like Alice and her team and what they've done is quite incredible. You know, quite incredible, because they had the idea. It was their idea. That's what they've done. And thank God there's people like them around, you know.
Absolutely, it's a massive team effort, I think, but it's amazing to have you there as a patron as well. So thanks.
It's been my absolute honour to do that, really.
Yeah. What's next on the agenda for filming?
Well, who knows? You know, there's a couple of things, as we always say, as actors. I'm resting at the moment. But there is a couple of things that were ready to go last year. I'm looking forward to working home a little bit more now, you know, and doing stuff around London, around England, maybe Europe. I don't know, but you know, if that happens, you know, we don't know. As an actor, you never know. Your next job could be your last job if you're lucky enough to get that one. So we'll see. You know, I've spent a bit of time doing what I want to do. That this shutdown, this lockdown, this prison sentence has given me a chance to do that. Spending 4 months on my own on top of a mountain, I realised I probably could go to prison and do it all right. You know what I mean?
Did you start meditating or anything?
Eh?
Did you start meditating and sitting on top of a rock, staring out?
No, I drank a few times, and then I started talking to myself, and I made a little film in lockdown on my own. You know, me going completely crazy, but I found things to do. You know, I started building a garden with, and then when the kids finally came out, my son-in-law helped me a lot, you know, and my daughters and that. And we started building. You know, you start off by building a little plot, and you go crazy, you know, and you realise that you're doing something with your hands. You know, you're not just sitting down and wallowing in it and all this shit that's going on. You're actually doing something. And you notice things like I'm sounding really arty now, but it's you start realising that, you know, the earth seems to be mending itself. You know, I see a flock of eagles when I was at it. You only ever see 2 or 3 eagles together. You don't see no more. There was a flock of them. And I thought, well, things are changing, you know. In the Mediterranean, the fish came back, you know. The land looked greener, it looks healthier. And all of a sudden, I started becoming this kind of David Bellamy sort of character. And I quite liked it, you know. And I started getting right into it. So, you know, in diversity sometimes, which, you know, we all have it in our lives, we find something can come out of it if you're positive about it, you know.
Yeah, it's about making the best of a bad situation, isn't it? Sometimes, really.
Well, you know, you boys know all about that, you know, and that's what it's got to be. And it is. It's a matter of getting your finger out and getting on with it a little bit. Easy to say, a lot more difficult to do. And thank God there's things like Bravo that come along that can actually, you know, can help that situation in a way. Because in the end of the day, someone only needs a little push. And the door opens, and they can have a little look into there, and it's their decision. Do I want a bit of that, or don't I want a bit of that? You know. Yeah. And that's the incredible thing about it, you know.
I mean, one of the first things I did pre Bravo was I went on a course and I made an electric guitar. I mean, I can't play the guitar. I don't know why I made it, but I made an electric guitar, and it's a work of art. Brilliant, you know. It was supposed to take 6 weeks. It took nearly 6 months. You know, it was 1 day a week. But nobody wanted to ruin anything, and it was because it was working with the hands and sort of it was a great experience. You know, I think I've had it now 3 or 4 years. I should have learned to play it, but I just look at it. You know, it's
well, you've done it. You made it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Fender Telecaster copy.
It's a Fender. It's probably worth a fortune.
Well, do you want to buy it?
No. It's out of my price range.
It's all right. I ain't got a clue, to be honest. I mean, if you like the Sex Pistols, it sounds all right.
Yeah, I actually do like the Sex Pistols. Do you know, I actually played with them. We had a band when we were making a movie back in 1979, and the band was me as the lead singer. We had Paul Simonon from The Clash on the bass.
Another great band,
Jones. Cookie was the drummer, and Jonesy was the guitarist, lead guitarist. That was our band. We were called The Looters.
Brilliant.
Yeah. In a film, we filmed in Vancouver. Yeah, it was many years ago now. Yeah, I still see Paul Simonon, and I hear from Jonesy and Cookie every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love them, the Pistols. Yeah, I was never a punk rocker, but I did like the music, rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. What other sort of music or pastime? You hadn't started listening to Radio 4 yet, but what other sort?
No, I don't listen to the radio a lot. Desert Island Discs I have every now and then. I don't mind that. I like that. But really, on the music-wise, I'm across the board. I love a bit of Frank Sinatra. I like classical music. You know, I like opera, and it's kind of I don't know, something about opera that kind of gets you bubbling. You know, I go to the English Opera Company in Drury Lane at least a couple of times a year, and it's strange listening to opera in English. You know, it's almost like I'm going down the shops to buy a cup of tea, and you in Italian it's got a romance about it. It's got a beauty about it. But then once you get used to the English, you start to understand story. You know, so and it's fantastic. It really is good. I recommend it to anyone. It's a great night out. You know.
So it's been absolutely amazing to have a proper chat with you, to be honest.
Oh man,
it's not something I could have ever imagined I'd be sat here doing, and that's all thanks to Bravo 22 Company. So,
oh bless you. Well, listen. Hopefully, when this crazy old world has come back to normal, we don't want it too normal. We don't want it exactly how it was before. Maybe we've all learned something from it. But when that happens, we'll sit down and we'll have a jar or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd look forward to that. Be
All
lovely.
right. Okay. So and then Alice, I'll come and see Alice, and we'll do some more bits, whatever you're up to.
Yeah, like I've said before, it's absolutely amazing the work that you do and that you support us.
Oh, bless you.
You know, and I'll keep my eye out for any new films that you're doing and documentaries and anything else. Maybe a comedy.
Oh, I don't do comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the jobs that I've got in the thing is kind of a black comedy. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be nice. It'll be something different to do. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, Mr. Ray Winstone, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch up again soon. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
And ta-ra.
See you later, mate.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Thank you.